guys, probably video one. I get a lot of questions on owning a car in New York, you know, what it costs, etc. So I figured I'd do a video series on it. Right now I'm walking to my parking spot. A few minutes I'll show you kind of how I get there, what my secret spot is. Probably blow up the spot, but you know, do it for you guys. See you in a bit. Parking garage, about, I don't know, 3-minute walk from where I live in downtown Manhattan. Look, if you're super loaded, this is the places that you want to go to. Say hello to the guy and check out these monthly rates. Look at that, $525 a month if you have an SUV or luxury car, $625 a month. Again, this is downtown Manhattan, and yeah, look, if you have that money, that's good, that's fine. Work those guys down to about $375 a month. I think that's probably the best you can get around here. It's valeted, so you can't really do much work on your car, which is kind of a deal breaker for me. But heading over, about a 10-minute walk from where I live, 15-minute walk to where I get free parking. All right, so a few minutes later, we're down here. This is an area called South Street Seaport in downtown. Kind of a developing area, or it has developed. This is actually one of the very few spots with multiple blocks with free parking. Kind of cool area to go eat. Definitely not the hippest area in Manhattan. There's really no train that brings you here. Across here. But yeah, like I said, one of the very few areas where you have free street parking during the week. There's just a few requirements that you have to follow. This is a nice little outdoor parking spot. This is probably about $350 a month, probably more than that as well, so I don't park there. But you can see on the sides here, basically free street parking. The roads are kind of shitty, so it probably takes a toll on your suspension. Let me just walk over to my car. What's funny is you're going to be seeing a lot of people here. I think it's about 11 o'clock on Friday. Now what you have to be mindful of, like, look at this is a nice free open spot. But what you have to be mindful of are these little street signs here that are showing when you can't park. So I've probably gotten, I don't know, $1,000 worth of tickets over the past couple of months, I think over a year, just because I didn't really know the signs. Essentially, one side is you can't park for between an hour and a half for 2 days, so on Tuesday and Friday, and yeah, the other side is Monday, Thursday. So you can kind of see over there, that's the Monday, Thursday spot. I don't know if you can see that. But if you own this home, it's like $4 million. I looked it up. You can own your own garage, so that's kind of what it costs to own a garage. So what you're going to be seeing here is when it hits 11:30, all of these cars, everybody that's in one of these cars, they're going to be waiting in their cars like what I'm doing. They're just going to sit here for an hour and a half. So that's kind of the pain of owning a car in Manhattan. So you're already starting to see people kind of pulling out their cars. I mean, they got to go back to work, right? So I don't know if they just pay for parking or what they do, but that becomes sort of an expensive, habit. You're just parking, and then you got to move it every other day and pay $50 a day for parking. But essentially, here she is. This is what I'm driving. It's a 2006 BMW 325i. It's got 100,000 miles on it. But people are creeping. People are looking for those spots. But yeah, basically got the 6-speed, nice little beater to have a little bit of fun with. So this is pretty much it. What I do is I'm gonna turn it on first, and kind of just, what time is it? It's 11:08, so I'm about 20 minutes early. But I'm just gonna sit here essentially until what does that say? 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock on Tuesdays and Fridays. Today is a Friday, so look at that. This guy in his BMW just chilling there. It's pretty amazing what people do for parking in New York. I mean, it's free, right? I mean, you have everybody parking here, from cabs to personal owners. I think this dude is an Uber dude. I see him occasionally, you know, clean his car, keeps it nice and tidy. I guess, yeah, this is just something you got to keep in mind when you own a car in New York. Sometimes it takes a couple of hours to find a parking spot, so really I'm just kind of cruising around this area waiting for a parking spot to open up. I do have a dedicated kind of indoor parking facility that I park out in Jersey City. In heavy traffic, it takes about an hour to get there. It's only like 3 miles, but I gotta cross into Jersey. There's only one tunnel to get there, so you can imagine it's pretty trafficy. Go through some numbers. Oh, actually, look at that. If NYPD strolling through, they're regular, man. If you're not here at 11:30, I mean, I've gotten lucky, but you're gonna get a $115 ticket. So that reminds me, maybe we should just go through some of the numbers, right? Parking is free. If you get a ticket, it's $115. The average indoor parking rate in this area is anywhere from $375 to $600 a month. So that's pretty crazy. I do see a lot of nice cars parking here regularly. There's a Porsche 911, it's like a $100,000 car. BMW SUVs that are probably like $60,000, $70,000. So you got a lot of wealthy people parking here too, because they don't want to, you know, have the running costs of $600 a month. But yeah, this is probably the best area downtown to park. This is on the southern tip of Manhattan. We're right by the Brooklyn Bridge. I'm not parked by there today, so it's kind of a nice scenic walk, but you get used to it. Surprisingly, this is free. There's another couple of blocks on the Lower East Side as you head up Manhattan, where you can also park for free. That's I've found to be harder to find parking spots, simply because not a ton of people live here in South Street Seaport specifically, and if you do, you really don't own a car. So everybody that's kind of in this general area tends to park here. But when you start going up into sort of the more neighborhoody areas, there are people that actually own cars there, so they're going to be the ones taking street parking. One of the nicer areas where you can park too are sort of by the west side. It's where the Goldman Sachs building is, by the West Side Highway. There's some really nice houses there. It's an area called Tribeca. Really nice condos, kind of apartments. So those people own nice cars, and they also street park for free. I'd imagine most of them are indoor parking though, if they do own a car. But again, those are two impossible spots downtown that I found that you just really can't find parking. I'm actually spending, like, on average 2 hours looking for parking in those spots. Here, I've gotten really lucky. I don't know if this video is gonna mess anything up, maybe not, but it's like you got to be able to take an hour off of work, you know, to go out to lunch and be able to park to do this. So yeah, this is how you get free parking in New York.